Hey, what up, guys? Welcome to 60 Days of Blue, question 9. Today's question is brought to us by one of the guys from the barbershop, and he had a really cool question. It made me think a lot about what I would do. I mean, it's a really cool question, and I wanted to be really honest with the way I answered it. So here's number 9. Question to us from DJ from the barbershop.
At what age would you allow your son to smoke marijuana?
Listen, bro.
Some of you may not know, but I don't smoke. I don't drink. I never really got into it, and at this point, I feel like I kind of missed the boat. You know what I mean? I don't really have the opportunity to go back and smoke and drink now. It'd be cool to have a drink after some of these breakups. But what I'll say is, what age would I let my son smoke weed? The moment he's introduced to it is the moment I would give him the choice. Now, I know it sounds weird, but I feel like, put it this way, right? When we were younger, the things that we could have access to as far as drugs and alcohol, it was harder for us to obtain those things. The barrier to get to those things was a little bit higher. I feel like as we become more accepting and more open to more things like narcotics are becoming easier and more accessible for these kids to get. Now, with that being said, I can only shield my son from things that I can shield him from when he's in front of me. A majority of his life he's going to spend not in front of me. And I have to be confident in the skills that I've built up in him for him to make decisions that are best for him. They're going to benefit him down the long run. So I would say that when he has access to them, hopefully I will equip my son with enough skills and knowledge to be able to say no to any drug that's going to harm him or put him in a dangerous situation, a life or death situation. I want to believe that his choice, I want to always give him the choice, but I want him to be prepared to make the one that's best for his future. You know what I mean? Because I can't stop him from having access to those things. Like, the reality of it is, I'm not the one that chooses when he starts smoking weed. He is. Like, I'm the one to choose. I can choose how to punish him if I find out about him smoking weed. But who's to say I find out right when he starts smoking? Who's to say I find out when one of his friends gets sick and almost dies? Like, what if the family doesn't put that out there? What if he knows but no one else knows? He doesn't tell me. Like, there has to be a level of trust and understanding where he knows he can bring those things to me and he's going to get a loving and caring response from me. And I'm not saying be your son's best friend. What I'm saying is be reality. Because I know we get these people that are like, you need to beat him and da-da-da. Like, the reality for me, which is, raise your kids your way. The reality for me is that the way that I was raised, the way that I engaged with my family, no matter how I want to duck and dodge it, had an effect on me and how I interacted with people. And it was until I had to start working with other people that I realized where my shortcomings were and where I got them from. How you're loved really affects how you love other people. And I think that I want to love my son in a way where I know he loves himself enough to make decisions that are going to benefit him so that he can be healthy in relationships that he builds, be it at work, be it with his friends, just be it with his significant other. Like, I want to make sure that I love my son first and foremost. So to answer the question, when would I allow my son to smoke weed? I would say the moment he has access to the drug, he has the option to smoke weed. It's really about what comes with those choices. When he chooses to smoke weed at a young age, what consequences am I going to come with those choices? It's not about me deciding for him. It's about him deciding what those consequences could do. He smokes weed and he plays basketball and they drug test him and he's off the basketball team. Was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? He wants to get a job, an internship at such and such school, and they drug test him and he doesn't pass the drug test. Was it worth it? Like, things like that. Like, how is this going to affect you? Because out of everything he could do, there's a lot of drugs that could kill him. Weed is probably the least harmful drug that he could ever get a piece of. And it's only a drug because it's only a drug in some places. Like, some places it's even legal. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as a non-smoker, I'm going to say the moment my son has access to it, the option is there. Thanks, DJ. I appreciate the question. Really cool question. I think it was probably one of the coolest, man. I appreciate you, bro. See you guys Friday. If you have a question of your own, you can leave it in the comments down below, or you can send it to me to BLUEcountyLLC@gmail.com, and I will get back to you guys. Again, one question a day, 60 Days of Blue. It's episode 9, baby. Working our way up to our second week, all right? See you guys tomorrow.